Where are my subscribers? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. I know a lot of you subscribers. Come on the live. I have a very interesting topic that I would like to share with you guys. So join the live, guys. Join the live. Been a long time I haven't done a live with you guys. Come, let us explore this very interesting topic. Tonight, I want to talk about the do's and the don'ts of courtship. The do's and the don'ts of courtship, because it is courtship. If you have a strong courtship, when you're courting, when a couple is courting, the relationship and they are the foundation that they build in the courtship will lead to a strong foundation in their marriage and a happy marriage. So we are going to explore the do's and the don'ts of courtship before we enter into marriage, because guys, a lot of people, a lot of marriages are ending up in divorce because people rush the courtship stage. They rush the courtship stage and they didn't get to know, find out about each other, get to explore and know each other. They jump into the courtship and start to be more romantic, and and it becomes more sexual than getting to know the person in the, who the person really is, the person's character traits, what the person likes, what the person um dislike. They rush the courtship stage and don't find out if this could be the right person that God wants me to be with. They rush the courtship stage and not even find out if this, and ignore the red flags. Because they rushed the courtship stage, they couldn't see the red flags, and it's when they enter into the marriage, all of these things start to come up that was supposed to be seen when they were courting. So it is very important, guys, very important not to rush into marriage. Take time in the courtship stage, getting to know each other. So tonight I am doing this live, and because I have I have young people, I have all different age groups on this platform. Young people are getting into marriage, even older folks are getting into marriage too. So this message is for, everyone. So guys, come and join the live. So let's me start. If you guys come in when I'm doing this, then I will repeat. But I'm just spending 1 hour on this live. 1 hour, guys, I'm gonna spend on this live. So first of all, talk about we're gonna look a little bit about marriage and why marriage is a serious commitment, and what and why it is to be honored. So let's get into it, guys. Man was not made to dwell in solitude. That means a man was not made to be alone or be by himself. He was to be a social being. God made man to be a social being. God Himself gave Adam a companion. He provided an helpmeet for him, one who could be with him in love and sympathy. Even Eve was created from a rib taken from the side of Adam, which means she was not to control him as the head of the family, nor to be trampled under his feet because he is the head of the woman and family, but to stand by his side as an equal, to be loved and protected by him. Ephesians 5, chapter 5, verses 29 says, "Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cling unto his wife, and they shall be one." God um, celebrated God celebrated the first marriage. It was the first gift of God to man. When the divine principles are recognized and obeyed in this marriage relationship, marriage is a blessing. It guards purity and happiness of the race. It provides for man's social need. It elevates the physical, the intellectual, and the moral nature. So if marriage have a started from a good foundation of courtship, then it will be a blessing because it is going in the divine order of God. It will be a blessing. It will guard purity and happiness of the race. It provides for man's social need. It will provide for man's social need. It elevates the physical and the intellectual and the moral nature. So when marriage is good, when marriage um is followed first by the principles of God, when marriage is followed by the principles of God, or when courtship, for example, is followed by the principles of God. When you have a good courtship, you're building a solid foundation to a happy marriage. And your courtship must be in accordance to the Bible. Your courtship, especially if you are Christians. It even go for those that are not Christians. When you have a good courtship followed by the divine principles of God, you're building a solid foundation to a happy marriage. So, guys, let's dive into it. The choice of a life companion, she So, guys, as I was saying, that tonight is a very, very, very important topic. I'm looking at a very important topic, and that is the do's and don'ts. So I am looking at a very important topic tonight, I am focusing on the do's and the don'ts of courtship. The do's and the don'ts of courtship. Because courtship, when you're courting somebody, you have to, this courting, if you are courting somebody, this courtship should build a strong foundation that will lead to a happy and a strong married relationship. So I'm gonna take you through these are some of the do's. There are many more do's and don'ts. And in the comment section, guys, I want to, if you have any do's and don'ts in the comment section, you can mention that in the comment section. What are some of the do's and don'ts you think that in courtship, when somebody is courting, what they must do and what they must not do? If you have any suggestion, if you have anything that you need to mention during this live about courtship, you can comment in the comment section. The choice of a life companion. When you're looking for a life companion, you have to be intentional. You have to ask God to help you to find a life companion. The choice of a life companion, she should um she she should be such as best secure a physical, mental, and spiritual well-being for parents and for children. So when you're looking for a life partner, you have to look for somebody that can that have that have that could be good parents, that will set an example, will be a good father, a good mother, that have, that their mental ability, their spiritual and their physical ability is intact. You don't want to take up somebody that their physical and their mental and their spiritual well-being is not right. So you have to be intentional about the persons that you're courting. And that is why you need to spend time in courtship, so you can know if the person that you're courting have any physical problem, any mental problem, any spiritual problem. You have to spend time in courtship to get to know your partner, to see if their well-being is okay, because marriage is a sacred union. Let's look at the do's and the don'ts of courtship before entering into a marriage relationship. So, guys, the do's. The do's. What are the do's of courtship? When you just meet somebody and you like that person, the person like you, what are some of the do's? If you meet somebody and you like that person and you want to marry the person, So you are courting the person. So you're getting to know the person. So you can see if this person is the right fit, if this person is a marriage material. So that stage that you are getting to know the person, and the person getting to know you, is called courtship. Courtship, when you're courting somebody, guys, you have to this is a stage where you get to know the person, get to meet up if there's any red flags, get to know the person's personality, their likes and their dislike. You get to know if this is somebody that you would want to spend the rest of your life, so you don't rush the courtship stage. Because if you rush the courtship stage and enter into marriage, you're gonna have problem. You're gonna have a problem bad problem in your marriage. So courtship is the part of the relationship that build a strong foundation. So when you go into your marriage, you're as solid as a rock. So let us look at some of the do's. What must you do when you are courting that person that you would want to make your husband and wife? Our wife. Do's number one. Start as friends. What did I say? Do's number one. Start as friend. Begin by getting to know each other through casual activities. Get to know. So number one do's is getting, and as I said, guys, these are just some. I pick out just a few. There are many more, and if you know any more, you can mention it in the comment. Guys, this live is going for 1 hour. 1 hour. So guys, come on the like the video. If you see the live, come on, guys. This is very important. A lot of people are getting divorced. A lot of people are entering into relationship and they don't know, what to do. And some of them get hurt. Some of them get hurt because they rush the relationship. That is why so many marriages are going into divorce, because they don't know what to do when they are courting. So this video is what will help you guys. So guys, I am waiting for a few more persons to come on. Let me see what time I have here. It's 10:30. So as I said, rules number one. When you're courting somebody, be friends first. Be friend first before you start to have an intimate relationship with the person. Start as friend. When you're courting somebody, start as friends. Begin by getting to know each other through casual activities like going to the movies or going for walks. So one of the first thing you need to do when you in the early stage of courtship, start as friend, getting to know each other through casual activities like going on walks, going for a picnic, going to the movie, going to church, getting to know each other. Do Do's number 2: communicate openly with each other. Communicate openly with each other. Ta- take Talk about your dreams, your feelings, your goals, your values, and your differences to build a strong foundation. So, do's number 2 is you need to communicate openly. Let each other know about each other's dreams, their feelings, what how they feel about certain things, their goals, what are their goals, what values they have, what difference and the difference that you have, both of you have. Try to find out how would you, if you're going to enter into a relationship, how would you deal with these differences, so that you can build that, so that both of you can build a strong foundation at the courtship stage. Rules number 3: be authentic. Be authentic. So do's number 3 is be authentic. What do I mean when I say be authentic? Be truthful. Present your true self. Don't try to be who you think your partner wants you to be. Be your true self. Don't be a pretender. Don't pretend to have, because you know your partner, for example, might be looking you, because your partner tell you this is what they like, and this is the type of person that person that would want to marry. So you start to pretend. You know you have a temper. You know you might be a cheater. You know you don't want to get married. You know you don't want to um, have children. You know that you are not willing to commit to settle down. You know these things, but yet still you're gonna pretend to be somebody that is faithful. You know you are a abuser. You love to abuse women. You know that you are disrespectful, but you're gonna, during the courtship stage, you hide these things just because your partner tell you who they want, who they are looking for, and who they are not looking for. You pretend, and when you get married, you show it up. So, those number 3: be authentic, be truthful, present your true self. Don't try to be who you think your partner wants you to be. Do's number 4. Do's number 4. Find common grounds. Find common grounds. If you don't have any common grounds, if there's anything, if you're courting somebody, and you don't have any common grounds, you and the person you don't share the same goal, you don't share the same values, you don't say you don't think about family the way the other person think. If you don't think about, if you're having problem about how much children to have, if you're having problem about whether how how to deal with the finances, would you have a joint account, would you let your partner know, see your pay slip, would you be willing to let your partner know your financial status? If you know If you disagree on all of these and you don't have any common ground, then that relationship is not for you. You have to have common grounds. So find common grounds. Like, so, and another thing, you must have something that you the two of you like to do. As for Christians, you can find common grounds, like praying together, studying the Word of God. So instead of rushing the courtship stage and trying to be intimate and talking a lot of a romantic message and flirting, you need to find common grounds in like praying together, studying the Word of God, and just build a, um, a relationship as Christians. If you are a Christian, a relationship that is pleasing to God. So those number 5, be respectful. Be respectful. If you cannot respect the person at this courtship stage, you're not going to respect the person when you get married. Respectful is be careful the things that you talk out of your mouth and tell your partner. Don't go around and and be everything that you talk, and the person talk, you go around and tell others about it. Don't try to disgrace your partner. Don't insult. The words that you come out of your mouth, let it be words of love, forgiveness, and so forth. So be respectful with each other. Rule dues number 6. Show commitment. Show commitment. How do you show commitment? So for example, you're courting somebody and you want that person to know that you're interested in him or her, but at the same time you're flirting out there with some other woman or some other man. You're not showing commitment. You're not ready to settle down. That shows that you're gonna be a cheater. You're gonna commit adultery. So if it's one person, if you're trying to, if you're looking for a partner, a life partner, then when you're at the courtship stage, you have to show commitment. You cannot be flirting around with other women or other men and say that you are serious and you want to enter into marriage. It's going to be problematic, a lot of problem in your marriage, which will end up in divorce. So now we are going to look at the don'ts in courtship. So we are going to look at the don'ts in courtship. So guys, I wish many of you were here to see this video. The don'ts in courtship. Don't be inauthentic. Do not pretend. Be your true self. Don't pretend to be who you think your partner wants you to be. So don't, number one, be don't be inauthentic. Be authentic. Present your true self. Don't hide the person you are. And then when you end up in marriage, that is this time you start to show your true colors. Don't, number two, don't overemphasize. What do I mean? When you are at the courtship stage, don't overemphasize. And what should you not overemphasize? The physical of the physical. Don't overemphasize the physical. Physical mean your body, your physical body. Don't, when you are courting somebody, you are getting to know the person. So if you don't overemphasize the the physical, that means avoid physical intimacy, avoid seductive dressing, avoid constant romantic message, and get to know the person that you need to know. Because sometimes when you as a lady come now, you're going on say a picnic, are you going to the movie, are you're going out on a date, and you're courting and you're going on a date, and what you do, as the lady might wear this short dress, short skirt, and and the whole of her boobs showing out. Wear some low cut blouse with her boobs showing out. When you as a lady, you getting to know a man, and you want that man to be your future husband, don't you want to get to know the person values, you want to know the person's values, you want to know what their goals, what they're feeling, their true feelings all about. You want to know their dressing, the difference. You want to build a strong relationship. But when you come wearing a very seductive type of dressing, you are going to distract that man. He cannot concentrate on what when so you come with those a question to ask him. But all he's seeing is the boobs. He's seeing the short dress, and he's getting distracted because he's a man and he can't concentrate. He don't want to hear anything. Sometimes he will rush the argument, and sometimes because of that, you're causing him to lust now, and causing him to start to want to touch you in physical intimacy, touch you, and want to go intimate with you because of the way you dress. So that is why rule number two said, don't overemphasize the physical. Avoid physical intimacy. At the early stage of courting somebody, you need to know the person. You need to look out for a red flag. You need to know the values, the dreams, the attitude, the character of your partner. So you need at the early stage of courting, because you want to build a strong foundation that will lead to a happy marriage. You need to avoid at the early stage. At the early stage of marriage, of courtship, you need to avoid physical intimacy, seductive dressing, and constant romantic messages. You message each other, intimate message, being lustful, especially if you are Christian. So that is don't number two. Don't number three. Don't be distracted. So don't be distracted. If it's that man you want, you see that man or that woman you like, and you'd want to be your future husband and wife. Don't, when you're going out, you're flirting with other man, you're flirting with other woman, you're looking at other man and other woman, and the one that you have beside you, You are disrespecting the person. You have been distracted. So what you think the other partner, if you are flirting, they're gonna say, look like you're trustworthy, and you will cheat, and that courtship will end there, because it's a big red flag. So that's a big red flag. Don't Number 4, don't avoid tough topics, because the early stage of courtship is where you want to get to know the person, the partner. So don't avoid tough topics. Ask about tough topics. Do you have a wife? Do you have any other relationship? Do you have any children out there? Do you ask questions about their finances, what they think about talk about finances, talk about family, talk about future plan. And if the person don't have any future plan, not talk about any future, that means that the person don't have no future plans with you. If they don't want to discuss these things with you, then that means you're not the person that they want to discuss those things with you. You are just somebody that they are looking to use and let go. The man or woman that you're courting would want to talk to you about finances, family, future planning. They would want to get to know your dreams, your aspiration, what you want, what you like, because they're deeply interested in you. So don't number don't number 5. Don't ignore the red flags. At the early stage of courtship, don't ignore the red flags. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't overlook problems when you see problems. If you see the man, the woman is disrespectful, if you see the man have a bad temper, if you see the man try to, during the courtship, in try to abuse you, if you see in the relationship the person is looking at other, flirting with other persons, if you see in the relationship the person don't have no interest in telling them about themselves and their future plan, if you see in the early stage of the relation all the person is just looking at your physical body, and they just want to have intimacy with you and they don't want to do anything more, just know that's a red flag. That person don't have no interest in you and want you to be their future husband or wife. Run. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't overlook problems which will be problematic in marriage, which will be problematic in marriages. Rule don't number 7. Don't number 7. Don't isolate yourselves. Don't isolate from one another. Spend more time with each other, getting to know each other. When I say spend time to get to know each other, I'm not talking about being seductive, being intimate. Getting to know what the person's character, what their likes, what their differences, whether you can manage the difference, getting to know if there's red flag, all of those things. Don't isolate yourself because you want to spend as much time at the early stage of courtship with the person, so you can know if this is a person you'd want to make your husband and wife one day. Let me see what time. So guys, these are just, as I said, these are just some of the do's and don'ts. You have many more do's and don'ts out there. You have many, and this is just a few of them. So, guys, it is very important. A lot of marriages are ending up in divorces. Some people have break heartbroken. Some people go mental. Some people commit suicide. Some people kill the other partner because they have not consulted God. They have not taken the time to see if this is the person's for me. They have not spent time in courtship and building a strong foundation by getting to know everything they need to know as much as possible about that person, their likes, their dislikes, their dreams, their values, their difference. If there's any red flag, they did not, they rush. And as soon as they rush into the marriage, they rush out in divorce. So it's going to, I started at 11 and it's 10:54, guys. It's soon 11. Mm, 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 mm. So, guys, um, this is just my, as I said before, when you have, when you court right, when you court right, you are building a strong foundation to that will lead to a happy marriage. When you court right, you're building a strong foundation to a happy that will lead to a happy and a successful marriage. I know you guys want to sleep, but if you come across this video, please like the video whenever you watch it. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And guys, I just want to shout out a friend of mine. I met him today. His channel is his page is at its general. He is, let me get it correctly. His channel is called it's underscore the general. So guys, I just want to shout out it's underscore the general, because guys, this guy, he motivated me. I was planning to give up on YouTube because I'm saying, I've been doing this thing, and even though I meet the subscriber count, I am not meeting the watch hours. And I don't know what is happening. But he gave me some wise instructions that I am gonna follow. So I just wanna big up it's underscore the general. He's a YouTuber from Canada, and I'm certainly gonna follow his his guidance. Because you see, this YouTube stream here, we have to, as we get help from others, we must help others. I didn't have nobody to help me and tell me what to do. And he said, that I need to make more live videos. And he give me, some tactics, and he'll be helping me along. And I just want to, there are two persons that really motivate me to stay strong on this YouTube and space here. And it is Ayamara and D Mango. And they have motivated me that no care where in the world you are, if you have that drive, that ambition to 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 pursue your dreams and your goal, there's nothing hard for you to do. so they inspire me to keep on going, even when I want to not to make any videos, because the videos are not being watched, and I have some good videos. Guys, I just wanted to ask you to just watch my videos, like them, please. Help me watch them, to the end, so that I can, because you're helping me in their process. You're helping me in the process. So I just want to big up these three. I Amara, D Mango. I want to big up um D Mango. I want to big up it's underscore the general, and I want to big up some people from, because I want to big up some people from Kenya, Nabahanse village, because I would like to watch that channel. I like to watch Nest um Nest it's underscore Nesta, uh, Nesta, yes. um Mayunga, oh, congrats mom, Jamaican Uncle Kino, Colors TV. I like to watch I sometimes I watch Fellow the Boy, and Mapopo. Yeah, so I like to watch these. These people encourage me. When I watch their video and see where they started from, these people inspire me that you can come from somewhere and reach somewhere. So that is why I just want to big them up, because they're my source of motivation. I want to also um, big up Go with Jay. Also, he's doing his thing. So, guys, I'm gonna end this live because it's now 11 p.m. and I started out at 10 p.m. precisely. So, this live has ended, guys.